Hello everybody. Well, what do you know? Doing another video, and there's that stupid sound I hate. If anybody knows how to rip an electronic buzzer out of a car, hit me up, because that thing's driving me nuts. Now, ain't no way to hit me up. But anyways, I have got to get back into that back and dig into electronics. I'm avoiding it because I know it's going to be an absolute nightmare. But I am so sick of that. It's driving me nuts. Anyways, it's enough about my clunker of a vehicle. Can't say that. I've had this car 10 years and don't even have 100,000 miles on it. It still runs beautiful. Good thing about it is my father made me take stick shift lessons when I went through driver's education. And this was his exact words: any idiot can drive an automatic. And do you know today, the leased cars that are stolen in places where they have high theft, automobile thefts, like different places in New York City, just areas that have high car theft, the leased cars that are stolen are sticks. Because most of the young people don't know how to drive stick. They don't have a clue. So they're not going to steal it. I think it's hilarious when I seen somebody said that, and I thought, it makes sense today, because our young people, they don't get an education. They are bombarded in classrooms with all of this leftist, godless, lawlessness ideology that they pump into them. So what do you expect them to turn out to be? Einsteins? I don't think so. It brings me to my point. We have a big problem in America. Regardless of what happens with Donald Trump and, whatever, if he gets 4 more years, it doesn't matter, because we have a big problem, because we already have a generation, the millennial generation, they're lost. They're gone. They do not like the form of government that we use in this country, capitalism. They don't like that we are a constitutional republic. And that's another thing. Why do these people on the news consistently say we're a democracy? We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. Did they not take government in school? These are supposed to be educated college graduates, and they say every night, our country, our democracy is at threat. We are a constitutional republic, people. We're not a democracy. Democracy, you don't want that. I mean, I know that word's used, but I'm talking the way of governing. We are a constitutional republic. And I hear that, and it just is like, man, do you people not go to school? Did you not take government class in any of your schooling years? I know I took it in high school. Everybody had to take government to learn how your government works. Legislation, Congress, how you pass a bill. When I was a child, they used to have these cartoons on. You guys that are a little bit older probably know. There would be a little, a Bill. His name was Bill. And he used to sing songs like, I'm a Bill on Capitol Hill. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it'd be on Saturday mornings, and it would just be a quick little couple minute thing. And in that cartoon, it would tell you how a bill is made. The process of going through, the legislation, going through somebody introducing the bill, and then the vote, and then in the House, and then it goes to the Senate and is voted on, and then finally, if it's approved in both houses, then it goes to the executive branch, the president, and then he signs it, and there's your new law. And that's how a lot of kids really learned when they were younger. In my day, they learned about stuff like that. It was educational. They don't have that anymore. Now they want to teach children that there's a myriad of genders. That if you feel like when you wake up that you're a penguin and you want to go ruffle your feathers, then you need to be treated as if you're a penguin. That is not even funny, even though that does sound funny. But you would be surprised at people in this country that claim they are something other than a man and a woman. God created Adam and Eve, plain and simple. Plain and simple. He did not create Adam and Eve and a guy that looked and talked and walked like a tree. He created a man, and out of a man, he created a woman for Adam and Eve. And from that, mankind evolved to what we are today. A corrupt nation, I should say. But to get back on the kids, they're so lost. They're so lost. They don't know anything about God. They don't know anything about the Bible. Only the ones that are taken to Sunday school and church, the parents are diligent in keeping their children in church. They're the only ones. And let me tell you, the sad part about it is it's far between few that even go to church on Sunday anymore, much less take their children. You know, I learned a lot. I had a lot of fun in Sunday school when I was a kid. And I remember in the summer we would go to Bible camp or Bible school, summer Bible school. And it was a blast. You know, we didn't sit around reading the Bible like people would think. We went to whatever church that was having it. We played games. We ate. You know, we had a ball. We made crafts, little toys. You just don't have that anymore. You don't have that structure in our children's lives. And I've said this once, I've said it 50 million times. When you remove God out of a situation, when you take God out, you're left with a void. You're left with something that's going to fill that void. And guess who it's going to be, folks? It isn't going to be Mickey Mouse. It isn't going to be Scooby-Doo. It isn't going to be any of that. It's going to be Lucifer. It's going to be the devil. It's going to be Satan, the morning star, whatever word you want to use for him. When you remove God, the devil will move in quicker than anything. And this is why we see our children that are so lost, so completely lost. I watched a show where a guy went around. He was a Christian. He went around. He was on a boardwalk out in California. I think he was in one of them famous beaches out there. It just went right out of my mind. I had it and it just went out of my mind. Venice Beach. He was on Venice Beach. And he went around asking people, how did Jesus die? Went around asking people, how did Jesus die? And you'd be surprised that a lot of people did not even know. And some didn't even bother, didn't care, didn't want to know, just, and that's shocking to me. It's utterly shocking to me. But again, when you grow up in a nation that's devoid of God and the Bible and our Lord and Savior, Jesus, this is what you get. You get a generation of lost children that are now growing up that are wanting these sick things like socialism and communism and all of these other, just evil forms of governing. Now they're starting on the ones that's in elementary. That's why I said at the very beginning, America's in trouble. They've already lost one generation. They're already working on the ones that's in that elementary school right now that I'm driving past. They're being bombarded with all this leftist ideology. They're going to come out, and between the ones that are already out and the ones that are there, they're going to be the major majority in this country, and they'll put that stuff into effect because that's what they've been taught. That's what they want. And don't think for a minute if the churches do not get attacked heavily. They will get attacked. And what I mean by attacked is, they'll go after the churches to close them down. The left doesn't like church. The left despises God. They despise Jesus. They despise me and you for accepting and worshiping Jesus. And we all know why. They think we're racists and bigots because of our Bible teaches us, as I've said so many times, that marriage is between a man and a woman, that God created Adam and Eve, not 52 other whatevers, and they can't stand that. They can't stand it. And then they bring this on to our children in their classrooms. You need to pay attention to what your child's being taught. You need to sit down with your child every day in the evening, if it's at the dinner table or where it's at, and ask them, what did you get taught today, son? Daughter, what did the teacher tell you today? You need to ask. And if they tell you some loony, off-the-wall garbage, you need to correct that right then and there, on the spot. You need to correct it, because believe me, that teacher's got that child's mind most of the day that you don't. And they will mold that child into whatever they want, whatever they believe. If they believe in a Muslim God, that's what they're going to mold them children. And I already seen it happen in Texas when that gentleman walked into his kindergarten class to pick his daughter up, and they were on Muslim prayer rugs. She had them on Muslim prayer rugs in kindergarten, teaching them Muslim prayers. Thank God he went off and dragged her out of that classroom and refused to bring her back. The school knew it. School did nothing about it. These is what is teaching our children today. This is why America will eventually be a complete godless nation, because they'll be the ones that'll be in charge. They'll be the ones that'll close the churches. They'll be the ones that'll clamp down on Christianity like they do in these other countries, where they arrest you and throw you in jail if they catch you having a Christian service or reading a Bible or having a Bible study or whatever. Mark my words, this is not something in some fairy tale fantasy world that I'm talking about. It's happening right now in America. You need to pay attention. Please get involved in your child's lives, because they are the future, and the future they're having right now, it's not bright. Not at all. It's a nightmare. Take care. God bless each and every one of you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I love it. I want to grow this channel for the Lord. You know that. Help me out, please. Thank each and every one of you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.